So in today's video, I'm going to test, do distance balls actually go any further? Right, so I think with modern equipment, the golf manufacturers have done a fantastic job helping to educate golfers into kind of which drivers are more suitable potentially for certain golfers, which irons are more beneficial, wedges, putters, etc. But I still think golf balls are very, very confusing. And I'm not always sure that how a golf ball is marketed is maybe true as to what it claims to be. So in today's video, I'm going to test the Titleist Tour Speed golf ball, which does sound like it should be fast. And there are some claims that within its category, it's actually the fastest golf ball. That's maybe a different video. But in theory then, this golf ball should be quicker than my Pro V1X that I play. So we're going to smash some drivers. We're going to just look at ball speed, because that is the key. As long as I swing it the same, strike it the same, ball speed, ball for ball, does this one, which promises speed, deliver? So before we get into the video, if you're new down to my channel, welcome down to Ali Taylor Golf. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're not a current subscriber though, and you're enjoying today's content while you're watching, please click the subscribe button below. Remember to ring that notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. And while we're in it, pop over to my Facebook page, just pause this video, pop over, have a quick look at the short videos that I'm putting on there. If you're liking those, give it a like, comment and let me know what you'd like to see on Facebook, and comment on there to let me know what you'd like to see on YouTube. But for today, let's see if the golf balls, distance balls, give you more distance from more speed. So we're still currently in lockdown in England. Not for much longer though. So I'm in my home simulator. So I've got TrackMan, I'm going to hit the balls. Just going to look at ball speed, because the promise of distance I know is launch angle, backspin, but ball speed is where it's really at. If I swing the club at a consistent speed and strike the ball fairly consistently, which my strike is fairly consistent, maybe not absolutely out the middle every time, but I'm going to hit a few with the Pro V. First of all, look at the ball speed shot by shot. As a general rule for me, just at the moment, I would say round about 160 is where I should be. So it'll be interesting to see when we go. I've got this up as a spin ball because I know this ball, particularly the reason it's in my bag, performs very similar with driver to all the premium balls. Spins a bit more with my wedges. So let's hit a few with mine and let's see what ball speed I can get out of this. Okay, so just under 161 to start. Always like that as the first one. Okay. Maybe a little bit towards the toe, but again, 161. So 161 and a half. I'll tell you what, this tour speed is going to have to be fast. Now, what I would say is I'm hitting tour speed second, but I am fully warmed up. So it's not that, you know, as I hit more shots, we're going to see with the tour speed that I'm moving it quicker. And 62, just try to go after these a little bit more now. Now I think my personal best ball speed's 168. I don't feel I can get there just at the moment with the way I'm swinging. I'm going to go a couple more with the Pro V. Come on, now let's really go after these last two, see how high we can get. Nope, nearly missed that one. Right, let's go one last one. Okay, 162.7, so I'd absolutely take that. Now, the one previous to that last one was a poor strike, so I'm going to take that off. Let's look at the average for Pro V1. Right, so would I take that? 161.6, absolutely. I think that's right where I would look to be for ball speed. You know, it's maybe not right up there at my quickest ever, but I always say presently, anything over 160 means that I'm swinging decent speed, striking it reasonably, and really getting it out there. Right then, Mr. Tour Speed. Challenge laid down. Let's see if you're up to it. So, normal swings to start with, and then we'll crank it up for the last couple. So 161.4 to start. Ooh. So, the challenge was laid down. It looks like challenge fully accepted by Tour Speed. Okay, let's have a couple more stock ones. That one felt a little bit towards the toe. But I think 159.4 for one that wasn't flushed is still very, very good. So 160.9. So far, certainly on the stock ones, doesn't seem a huge amount difference, if I'm being honest. So let's try and crank a couple up and see if we can get, what was around 163 I think was my quickest with Pro V. $160.9 again. 160.5. Right, one final one with Tour Speed. 160.7. Right, so really, really consistent from Tour Speed. Didn't see that really, really high one. So let's have a look at the averages and see how speed, distance ball, stacked up against my normal Pro V. Right, so we saw 160.6. So really, really good and right where we want it to be. But when I compare that to 161.6 from the Pro V1X, Tour Speed was actually slightly slower for me. So if we look at the numbers between the two golf balls, so I actually swung very, very slightly quicker with the Pro V1X. I got a full mile an hour more ball speed though, so my smash factor was slightly higher. But I actually got a little bit more distance at 262 against 259 carry and 291 against 289 with the Tour Speed because of the lower spin. Right, so do distance balls go longer? Now, when I showed you the figures right at the very end, yes, I actually got more distance out of the Tour Speed. Now, if I'm being honest though, strikes were a little bit lower off the face with the Pro V, which then gave me nice ball speed, but maybe gave me a little bit more spin. So for a perfect test, we'd have to have it swung the same, delivered the same, and hit absolutely out the same part of the club face, which is where robot testing comes in. Unfortunately, I'm not a robot, and unfortunately, none of you guys, so you don't get that level of performance. So do distance balls deliver more distance? Potentially, yes. Did I get more ball speed? No. But I got slightly better distance on because of my launch conditions, but I would expect normally my Pro V1X numbers to be very, very similar on spin. So I don't necessarily think at my club head speed there's a big difference between distance ball and premium ball off the tee. Now I think for some of the guys who swing a little bit slower, certain golf balls might be more beneficial, and that's where if you can get along, get fitted, see what works best for you. But do distance balls go longer? Maybe. Depends on the golfer. So try it, see what works. If you have enjoyed today's video though, guys, please consider clicking the button below, ring that notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I release a new video. Drop me a comment, smash the like button, follow me on all my other social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.